Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. Yes, I know we're watching a lot of Doctor Who on TV, but that doesn't stop the rest of the universe from plodding on its merry little way. So this time I'm talking about Big Finish main range release number 202, Sylvester McCoy's story, The Warehouse. Now I just want to say that this is brilliant. It's actually great. And I know I've dealt, mainly in the last few podcasts ago, with my issues with Bonnie Langford as a companion. My issues with Bonnie Langford in the 80s. Yeah, that's the 80s. A complete lifetime ago. She's probably a very nice person. And all of that nonsense and baggage dealing with that we dealt with last time, we don't need to do that now, because today we're just talking about the purity of this story. So what's it about? Well, the Doctor and Mel land on what appears to be an orbiting warehouse, a delivery facility with a dangerously erratic computer. Yes, the basic premise for this is what happens if Amazon takes over. Not quite, but you can definitely tell. Online shopping taken to its logical conclusion is definitely the origin of this tale. But that's not what the actual story's about, because you couldn't do an entire 2 hours of Doctor Who just on that one basic twisty fate thing. So Mel helps with repairs, and the Doctor begins to realise that not everything in the warehouse is as it seems. Why do no goods ever seem to leave the shelves? Why are the staff so obsessed with the stocktake? And who is the mysterious supervisor? On the planet below, the Doctor discovers that the computer might be the least of their problems, and that they should be more concerned with the space station's mould and vermin. Now this has been written by Mike Tucker. Mike Tucker is basically one of the people I wanted to be. This is a guy who is an expert in practical model building. He has worked on classic Doctor Who, modern Who, and more importantly than all of those beautiful great things, the guy is an accomplished writer. He is responsible for one of the greatest books to come out on Doctor Who this year, which I'll be dealing with in a few podcasts' time. But he's also responsible for, well, some particularly great Doctor Who Big Finish audio, some scripts. He's really underrated when it comes to his novels, Virgin Missing Adventures. Yes, this guy is literally a polymath, and he's largely ignored. There are lots of other people who've written in lots of different genres who've come along and been, heralded. But because this guy, this is someone who's also worked on TV Doctor Who, admittedly in a model-making capacity. But you know what? This shows us up because we like to pigeonhole people. We like to go, oh, you're an author. Yes, you are. Oh, do you do some model making on the side? Oh, you're a model maker. Yeah, forget all that. Let's just say that in this world, in this particular moment, wearing this particular hat, Mike Tucker has produced a brilliant Doctor Who script, but in this moment it's definitively of its time. The guy could have written the story that came after Paradise Towers. It's so perfectly of its moment. There is actually a tiny bit of screaming because, let's face it, you hire Bonnie Langford for the screaming, but that's fine because she's producing some great productions. Now, I'd not noticed that it had been almost 10 years since we'd had any Langford around, especially a Big Finish. But you know what? It's noticeable. Because this relationship, the Seventh Doctor and Mel, works a lot better than I remember it. It works a lot better on audio for a start, but it also just works. Now, I don't want to go into any more depth than the synopsis that's on the Big Finish website, and of course playing the trailer at the end of this podcast. But I do need to say that this is a great, great story. There's one more Mel and the Seventh Doctor story left in this trilogy before we move on to some lovely Sixth Doctor action. And because there's 2 main range releases in September, to match the amount of releases you get of Doctor Who magazine, I'll be playing catch-up for a little while. So bear with me, and the reviews will be with you as soon as I can give you them. This is a very, very good story. This and last time's Dalek Tale, well, they're some of the best Big Finish. But I'm always saying that. I'm always saying this is the best Big Finish we've had in ages because the quality is so incredibly high. If you're not enjoying TV Doctor Who, and you know that might be the case, give yourself over to Big Finish. Head over to something that you know you'll love. You will not be disappointed. Because if you want to put a hat on Mike Tucker, today he's the author and he's produced something beautiful. It's not Paradise Towers. It's better. You can see it being filmed on location. You can see it being filmed studio bound. Touches of the Happiness Patrol, touches of political commentary that was so rife of the time. It just works. Much, much better than it sounds on paper. Go and listen to this story. So with that, I'll bid you farewell and speak to you all very soon, probably about Doctor Who. Be seeing you.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Warehouse.
Would the section manager please contact the supervisor's office?
It looks like a warehouse of some kind. A very big warehouse. There must be miles of shelves.
We're told that if we live a good life, obey the commandments, then we will be rewarded.
Delivering 2 items. 2 items. Vacuum sealed.
Blooming vermin again.
Repeat, section manager to contact the supervisor's office immediately.
Doctor?
I hear it, Mel. The patter of clawed feet.
Patter of lots of clawed feet.
Oh, you're clever, you are, Doctor. Too clever by half.
Big Finish. We love stories.
You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast, available on RSS, iTunes, Stitcher, Audio Boom and Tumblr. Doctor Who and its associated works are copyright of the BBC. No infringement is intended. You can contact the show, donate, buy merchandise or find out more about my other projects by visiting the Tin Dog Podcast homepage and clicking on the links. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.